Now I have cut my fabric. This particular fabric I'm using for the throw pillow is I cut 18 inches by 18 inches for both sides. That is the height and the width of this particular throw pillow is 18 inches by 18 inches. You cut two pieces out. As you can see, this particular pieces, I have a print on it. It's actually a client throw pillow. So another fabric, you'll be needing another fabric for the fiber that you put in the throw pillow. This is measured 22 inches by 22 inches. It will be two pieces also. It will be two pieces, and you can actually choose any color of your choice for this one. For most of the time, I love to go with white. Then the first thing we will do is at the bottom of our throw pillow fabric, we will measure 3.5 inches on both sides. 3.5 inches. This is where we close. We will create a space for our zip to be fixed in. So I'm heading to the machine now to actually sew that 3.5 inches on both sides so we can have a space to fix our zip. That's exactly what I'm doing now. This particular fabric is a very soft fabric, so it must be handled, you know, softly or lightly because you won't want to, it will not be good that you hurt the fabric. So what I'm doing here is to make sure that the fabric don't get squeezed by the machine. And also I am trying to make sure that I have the best stitches, because if my stitches are not well locked, then the zip will have issues. By the time maybe the first wash or something or handling it, the zip will have issues. So I'm actually trying to make sure that the sewing is neat and also tight. That's the reason I reversed my machine. So I've done the first part, then I actually leave it. If you have to calculate, that is 3 inches low, 3.5 inches plus 3.5 inches will give us 7 inches. So the rest will be at the center. So what we have at the center is where we will actually put our zip. So presently now we have to iron this particular, we'll open it, then we'll now iron it this way. For So this will make our fixing our zip to be very easy. To make it to be very easy. That's the more reason we suggest you iron it. So that's the way the zip will go. Now I have ironed that particular place. The next thing is now to actually go to the machine and, you know, fix it. But for you to know how you place it on the machine, I decided to just show you this. It's highly important that you see this particular one. So this is how we'll fix it, and you see that my zip is at the bottom of the throw pillow. It's not at the edge. If you look at the image very well, you see that the image is actually facing up while the position of the zip is at the bottom. So it's important to note that. So let's head to the machine. So at the machine now, I try to place my zip carefully. The most important thing, one of the most important thing, because let me say one of the most important thing here is that your zip must be neatly, you must sew it neatly, as in it must be very neat. If your zip is not neat, it's going to ruin the job. So it must be very neat. The sewing must be very straight. So what I'm doing here is to show you that at this particular time you have to be very careful, because the moment you make mistakes here, you want to lose the zip and fix it again, and in the process you may actually hurt the main fabric. And what makes this particular one a little bit a little bit important that you should make sure you don't make any mistake here is you have image on it, and in the process when you hurt the fabric you are actually hurting the image. So you must do it as carefully as you can. So I try to skip, speed that place up. So presently that's the end result of what we have. You see that the zoop is not is straight and carefully done. And the next thing now is to cut our excess zip. We have excess zip, so we have to cut it off, because if you don't cut it, it will actually, by the time you turn and you finish with your throw pillow, that place will be hard. So and we don't want that. The next thing is to actually sew around the throw pillow, and also to sew our inner fiber bag to sew it round. But in this case, we will leave some space at the inner bag where we will actually put wood. That is where we will fill our fiber from. So I'll suggest in a situation like this, in this kind of measurement, we have our main fabric uh, is actually 18 by 18, so just look for the half of it. That is what we leave at the fiber something. So here now you see, after sewing some padding, I decided to leave about try to leave about 9 inches, so I can easily use that particular space to fill in my fiber from. So we're through with the sewing now. Let us see what the throw pillow fabric looks like now, because we'll have to turn it. And another thing I want you to know, after this process you have to whip it. You have to whip this fabric around. You have to whip it around, because but I don't want this video to be long, so I decided to skip this process now and just show you the most important thing. So that is the space I left. Also, in this, I will still have to let you know that there are two ways you can leave the space like that. After filling your fiber into it, then you close it with maybe hand needle, or you sew it using your machine. Another option is you can actually put zip, just the way we put it at the main fabric. You can actually put zip at the inner something, but I don't like putting zip because I don't want my client to feel that anything hard. So the best way is to just fill it like this, then use your hand needle. For me, that's the best way, but you might choose to do it the other way around. So I filled in I filled it with fiber. I discovered that I still need to fill more fiber, so I began to add more, but I didn't show that part. At this time, I'm trying to turn my fabric. After turning this fabric, I actually remove the fiber from the fiber bag. Then I put the fiber bag inside the throw pillow bag. Then I now start filling the throw pillow bag with the fiber. Then see the way it's looking now. By the time you fill the bag back with the fiber, it will look so beautiful. Then you seal it. You zip it up. Don't forget to actually whip the throw pillow. Thank you. Subscribe, like. Bye.